Shall we begin?
Hello, friend, and thank you for tuning in today. And what do you notice about this tank? If you follow my channel, what's the first thing you notice about my 60-gallon, my hashtag JuvieHapNation tank, as I call it sometimes, my 60-gallon grow out? Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, there are no plants in here. The plants have been pulled because they were just simply torn to shreds, as you can see here. I'll take them over the window so you can get a better look. But they were doing okay for a while. You know, the fish were small, and they were being a little, not too hard on the plants. But in the last couple of weeks, they have just torn them to shreds. And you can see all I'm left with here is just these fragments. If I had to pick a suspect in this tank, I would probably I'd probably pick the Nimbochromis livingstoni, and they can be very, very hard on plants. I've noticed in particular the Nimbochromis, and I remember also the Protomelis at a VC10 that tore them up really good. But I thought they were too small to really mess them up. But no, they've gone to town on them, and they've torn them up. And supposedly anubias are good for cichlids because it's bitter and they spit it out. But I think they have a short memory, and they just keep biting them and spitting it out and spitting it out. And all I'm left with now is just this handful of shredded anubias. It started as a $100 experiment maybe about a year, 2 years ago. So maybe this will save you a little bit of money. And I don't know, maybe you have some ideas. If you have some ideas about keeping plants in with African cichlids, I'd certainly like to hear it. Go ahead and post it in the comments below. But if you're going to try and convince me that plants will work with them, you're going to have a real hard sell on your hands, because it did not go well. And hopefully this experiment will save you a little bit of the hit and miss I went through, which resulted in just plants that were just destroyed. So I'm done. I quit with plants. I'm no longer going to even try to put plants in the 60. Maybe I'll throw a fake plant in there. Maybe something from my friends over at Elite Cichlids. I'll put it in here just for the color and the contrast, and go with that. I've been using the products from Elite Cichlids in the other tanks, and in particular, I get a lot of comments about the amount of green that is in the 100, sort of the mid-range tank between the 60 and the 150. A fish will live in the 100 for a while, and in there what I have are artificial plants, which I think look good. They certainly look good. Look better than this. It's just a complete junk pile that was just really just adding nitrates to the tank. When plants die and decay, they just create nitrates. So I pulled them all out. You can see here, these are this is something I picked up from China. This one here, that one's not from Elite Cichlids, those ivies. But the other ones, and certainly this big beautiful bunch of green plant here, was put together and sent to me by Elite Cichlids. Probably my favorite plant that I've ever had in a tank. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. Plastic plants from my cichlids, and I quit trying to use real plants. That's all for now. Bye.
Shall we begin? Let's begin.